you for staying with us. This is Western Spring Television. I am Emeka Daniel. We've been looking at the oil sector. Panic in the oil sector as marketers are really panicking because Dangote wants to go into direct fuel distribution. I've been speaking with Dr. Omotosho, who's with us right here in the studio, and of course, Mr. Jose Asheda, who is joining us virtually. Thank you, Mr. Asheda, for staying with us.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Asheda, just before we went on that break, you were raising your point, talking about Dangote's monopoly, that it will tend to a monopoly. I gave you the example of Professor Umi Ledari, who called it vertical integration, but you quite disagree because you're an investment banker and also an analyst, and you have given your reasons why you have fears that this will invariably lead to a monopoly. I just wanted to take you up on one point, Mr. Asheda. Here, I'm just looking at the facts. I'm not, let me play the devil's advocate here. Just let's look at the facts. This same monopoly we are talking about, Dangote himself has suffered it right here in Nigeria. And I'll give you an example. Duffel Prima Foods, the manufacturers of Indomie noodles, when they came in, they did so well and they captured the market. I read a business review by Professor Ndubise Kekwe, who writes for Harvard Business School, who examined, he x-rayed what Duffel Prima Foods did with the noodles market in Nigeria with Indomie. They captured the market such that when Dangote himself came in, he wanted to come in to start, producing noodles. He could not compete because Duffel Prima Foods captured the markets totally. Mr. Asheda, guess what happened? Dangote had no choice than to sell his plants and everything to Duffel Prima Foods. He couldn't compete in the noodles market because someone captured everything. Duffel Prima Foods, they crashed the production, they are generating their own power, so there is no factor of production that Dangote could really bring in that would compete with Duffel Prima Foods in the production of noodles. So till today, they have that monopoly. What do you say to that, Mr. Asheda?
I will tell you that Duffel Prima Food, Indomie do not have monopoly.
Well, I just told you what they did to Dangote.
I'm just saying they did not do, you do not have correct information.
No, I'm talking about Harvard Business Review reports here.
And I'm telling you the Harvard Business School review that was written by somebody that do not have complete information.
How do you mean? Please enlighten us.
Yeah, I will tell you. Have you eaten Dangote noodles?
No, I've not.
You did not. My children ate it.
But where is it today? Where is it today?
No. Calm down. I need you to understand. Where is it today?
Oh,
you know that Dangote also have dancer juice. Where is it today? Have you taken it before? If you have taken it, you know that it is poor quality compared to cheap. That's why it went out from. I took it. He gave it to me. Mr. Dangote and his people gave me their dancer to drink. Yeah? I did not like it. The taste was not just there. The quality was not there. And this is one of the points that people are raising. That every time Dangote has to meet with competition, he caves because he cannot compete. You have to go and read all that stuff. So if you look at that Dangote noodles, compare it with the one by Indomie, the difference is clear. Do you understand? Why will I? Because your own is not maybe you are my friend. You are giving me a bread that is not nice, and somebody give me another bread that is nice, and because you are my friend, I should buy your own.
Oh, Mr. Asheda, you didn't get my point. Please, for a second.
I'm telling you exactly what happened.
No, please hold on for a second.
I am telling you exactly what happened.
Just for a second, Mr. Asheda, please hold on. No, there's a point I want you to get. The point I was trying to make is not about quality. It has nothing to do about quality. The point
has
here,
everything to do with
hold on, Mr.
Asheda.
I was looking at it from the pricing angle. Dangote couldn't crash prices because all the factors of production have been captured by duffel primer. So he couldn't crash prices.
It is not true. It is not true.
Do you have evidence,
listen,
Dr. Sheda? I'm just giving you facts.
Listen,
I gave you facts.
I am telling you. Listen, this is the thing. Let's look at that industry, because these are the things that we do for a living. You are a journalist.
Yes. And I'm speaking on facts.
We deal with figures. We deal with facts. Now, one of the things that you do when we want to do analysis, we compare products. And let me start from that. We will taste it. We do what we call focus group. No matter how good your product is, the market must taste it. The market must try it. When the market try it and it does not meet up, even if you are selling yours at half the price of those ones in the market, they will not take it. You know this. Now, so it is not a question of the cost. Now, for Indomie, you could look. They have a perfect strategy. When they are selling, the people that they are selling their product to, and where they started selling their product, marketing it to the children, not to the parents. So they knew their market. They understood their market. So after you have set up whatever you set up, what are you going to do? Because there's no light, there's no electricity. Are you not going to look for a way to generate your own electricity? Do you understand? So listen, that market, and you see that market have a lot of products in the market today. You see, you have Mimi, you have other brands that are in the market today, but Dangote's own is out. And listen, you need to look at the market strategy before you start talking. This one that you are talking about, let's come back to this petroleum product. Now, supposing you have a refinery, Dangote is now, let's say, what this plan, I like it, honestly, I do. It's very smart. So this plan is rolling, has been in operation for like 6 months or 3 months. You now start production of your own refineries. Who are you going to sell it to? How are you going to sell it? Because the channels of distribution has been taken over by Dangote. The channels of production have been taken over, even if your own price is smaller.
Mr. Sheda,
you understand? It has been taken over. So what we are saying that, listen, I am not against what is happening today, and I think
noted.
Mr.
Sheda, please hold on. Thank
Yeah.
you, sir. Please hold on. The degree of the variety and the dynamism of opinions makes it a very, very, good conversation. Thank you. Please hold on. Dr. Oyemi Omotosho, I can see you seem to disagree. I will allow you to respond to that before I ask you.
Thank you. I feel Mr. Sheda is coming from an angle of multiple production immediately, multiple distribution immediately. Investors don't come the same time. The vertical integration we are talking is taking multiple stages of your supply chain and managing it yourself, because you want your product to get to the retailer. You want it to get to the end user. What is bad in that? If you are a wholesaler and you know you can compete competitively, Dangote will accept you. And accepting you means, look, you will be in Osun, Ondo, or your Oasis. I don't want excuses. And once there are no excuses, your products are there for you to go. But what is having, you remember there was a time there was this pool of PMS in his tank and nobody was coming. You also remember, I'm sure Mr. Sheda was one of those who are telling us that time that from with analysis now, that the product is substandard. Like he's comparing Indomie with whatever now. Now, they say it's substandard. International, checkers have to come in and test the product and told the whole world that it's one of the best products in the world. All attempts have been made to demarket this organization. This huge investment that is employing Nigerians, that is providing us with petrochemical products. Why? Now, what the man is doing now is good. He wants the product to get to the people, except people who are abroad, who are not feeling the pain. We are suffering here, seriously. And he wants to reduce the suffering by reducing the price, one. by reducing the distribution chain. 2, so that it gets to the final users easily. And when he say he has reduced prices, you are buying at the cost, he has reduced the prices, and he has the logistics. What is bad in that?
Dr. Motosho,
Now, when we are hoping that a monopoly will come in future, yes, let the monopoly come. And then when we get to that bridge, we will cross it. But for now, we are suffering.
Mr. Ashada,
we need what he is doing now.
All right, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Mr. Ashada, please hold on, sir. Now, Mr. Ashada raised 2 points earlier, and he talked about the place of possibly the refinery has the capacity, to even offer far less than we are currently getting in terms of prices. That's number one. And he's speaking from a place of information and, of course, being in the sector as well, or having practice in that sector. Now, number 2 is the fear of monopoly, which Petron expressed. Let me read what Petron said.
I've read it.
Hold on, sir. And now, the people in the house needs to hear as well. This massive refinery, one of the largest in sub-Saharan Africa, is expected to satisfy domestic fuel demand and export surplus product. And the oil dealers said in a statement signed by Petron's Publicity Secretary Joseph Obeli on Monday, they said they had previously raised the alarm that Dangote's intentions to dominate the downstream sector, citing concerns that the company may leverage its market power to fix prices, limit competition, and exploit consumers, much like it has done in other sectors. That is from Petron. There's now warned that Dangote's tactics might include a pricing penetration strategy where it will reduce prices to capture market share, with the ultimate goal of forcing other filling station operators to quit the market. Now, I quote Petron again, this could lead to a massive shutdown of filling stations across Nigeria, resulting in widespread job losses. The introduction of 4,000 brand new compressed natural gas power tankers by the Dangote refinery poses a significant threat to the livelihoods of thousands of truck drivers and owners. While CNG trucks may offer a lower cost of transporting petroleum products, the shift could lead to widespread job losses in the country. So, are we not seeing it? Hold on, sir. Are we not seeing it from the point of Petron that job losses looms?
Yes.
Number 2, that it may, make or force filling stations to shut down. Because at the end of the day, there is an existing market in which some, pressing stakeholders are practicing, and the big guy is coming to dominate that same market with them. Are we not seeing it from that angle?
Yes, we should see it from that angle.
Okay.
But these people, these job losses you are... Dangote is not working in isolation of Nigerians, of human beings. Those who are losing their jobs somewhere will be going there. I'm coming.
Please note, sir, that Petron expressed how Dangote has played in other sectors. The same thing is in alignment with what Mr. Asheda said.
Mr. Asheda is not totally wrong. Okay. What I'm saying is, for this period, let's see how it plays out. Now, this is an investor who has invested $20 billion. You want him to be looking? If you not make profit, that is 1. 2, he's employing Nigerians. He's even helping us. He kept quiet until government itself tell us the price of PMS per liter. And he started dishing out. And after they have put us that the price is 1,006, so 1,060 naira per liter, he started bringing it down gradually. And he said, by improving his supply chain, he is likely, and delivery chain, he's likely to bring down the price more. And somebody said he's going to create monopoly. Now, who wants to invest now that somebody is disturbing him? Now, look at your television station. You are here, AIT is here, Channels is here. I was in one over the weekend, DSG. I don't know. They operated in the diaspora. But you have all this. You tune to the one you like. I mean, you listen to the news you want to hear. Like I like your 7 p.m. analysis. I like this analysis. I like your rave gang. I like so many programs I want to hook up to. I don't want to listen to any other. At 10 p.m., I want to listen to Channel. At maybe 8 p.m., I want to listen to AIT. There are other programs I don't like. You call one program in TVC, journalists, and I don't like listening to it. So things like that. You have your own choice. Who wants to operate? And somebody is disturbing him.
So the question of monopoly for you,
I'm coming.
We should not bother about that
for now.
Is that what you're saying?
For now, this is the only thing we have. The government refineries are not even working.
All right.
The private sector, look, we have about 4 refineries on board. Maybe he was not listening to me. My introduction, I said the other private refinery. you have the Watersmith refinery, you have the Opako refinery, you have the Niger Delta refinery, you have another one in Edo. They are all coming up. They have not come up. Nobody is stopping them. They have been licensed. But this is a man who is operating already and is looking for strategies either to improve his name, the name some people feel is bad. To me, it is not like that. He wants Nigerians not to suffer the supply, or the availability of PMS and other petrochemical products. He wants the prices to be accessible for now. When he wants to increase prices, we will be here by the grace of God, and we will tell him, look, why do you want to do this? And the government, is the environment so conducive for him to operate, which will be thanking Dangote that he is doing what he's doing. And I'm thanking and commending him for doing what he is presently doing. When we get to the bridge of becoming a monopoly, we will see, and I don't see that happening, if the other investors are up and doing, and government is not stopping them. For this government, I can commend this government for one thing. They are issuing out licenses for those who want to invest in the downstream sector. If you have the capacity, you are welcome. They are not stopping anybody. So where will the monopoly come? The regulatory body is the government too. And so you are supposed to do like WAEC now and the NECO. They say when NECO wanted to come, WAEC will not agree. Now when WAEC agreed, the regulatory body is controlling them. Are we having issues? We are not going to have issues. If Mr. Acheda has the fund, let him establish a refinery. Let him put his own price lower than Dangote. We will go there. Or let him put his own price above Dangote and tell us the quality is better. We will check it. Those are the things. And so nobody should be blaming an investor who wants to help Nigeria. At the thing, we are at a critical time now. Let me tell you, if PMS price reduces by, say, 10 naira today or 20 naira, Nigerians will be shouting. Things are so expensive. And then we are talking of demand becoming a monopoly. The sugar, the cement, and the rest of the things we are talking about that they say has created monopoly. Without it, are we going to get sugar? You remember we are importing sugar up to 3 years ago.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Motosho. I really like this conversation. It's very robust. Coming back to you, Mr. Sheda. You are an expert, an investment banker, an economic analyst. So you have your facts, okay? As a journalist, I want you to get my points. I'm not working for Dangote. I'm not doing PR for him. He hasn't paid me a dime, so I'm not interested in any side. So I was just trying to lay the facts to you, that these are the facts. So you have your right to look at it from that angle. But just like Dr. Motosho has explained, isn't it proper? You are also an economic analyst. You should encourage competition. No, where regulation comes in now, like you mentioned, is the function of the government. That's regulation. Dangote has invested as a businessman. Like Dr. Motosho said, if you want to invest in the downstream sector, then you have competition in business. It's all about you providing superior services. For instance, you could crash the prices further than Dangote. People will come to you. For instance, you could offer, superior customer service. Now, Dangote is offering free delivery. Mr. Sheda, for God's sake, who will turn that down? That's the question. I understand your fears. I completely understand your analysis. I can easily digest most professional analysis. So I understand that's not the problem. But the issue is Nigerians need more. At the moment, Dangote will crash prices. I understand it will crash prices. The fear of Petron is that after crashing the prices, he will capture the market, which is true. But again, like Dr. Motosho said, who is stopping anybody from investing in the downstream sector?
Okay, so you see, you mentioned the word regulation, which is what I am talking about. Creating a regulatory framework. That's what I have, and let me tell you, I have said this. I've written a paper about it more than 5 years ago. We saw this refinery coming since that time, or even before that time. And Dangote, I have no issue with the man. My first plane ticket, he bought it for me. Okay, so, but again, what I'm saying is also for his sake. And you have it on record here, I think on your station, that I know that his petroleum will be, his product is perhaps one of the best in the world. Will be one of the best in the world. I know him to that level. Do you understand? So I never queried it for the sake of the Baba in the studio. So I never queried his quality, the quality of his product. I know his product is top notch. Okay. So, but here is the thing. See, we look at issues case by case. You understand? Case by case. I'm saying that for the sake of the Baba in the studio is case by case. So I look at this case. The noodles, we tasted the noodles. The dancer juice, we tasted it. When we went to Obajana, that's what he gave us. And all of us that went are business professionals, people that dissect businesses. You understand? And we can tell the difference. We know it's not going to last in the market. So,
but taste, sorry, Mr. Sheda, taste is very subjective. So you are an expert, so you cannot.
Let me tell you something. When we do our job, when we do our analysis, it's with that sentiment. Okay, so where is dancer now? Where's dancer juice? Have you seen it? Where is it? So look, we know what we're talking about. You understand? And let's just leave that. So, but for me, all I'm just saying, you cannot leave the industry open like that.
All right.
There has to be regulatory. And you know, I'm not even facing Dangote. I'm talking about the government.
The regulators, all right.
So the regulators must put the framework in place to ensure that the tendency for monopoly does not arise.
Exactly.
As out of today,
thank you.
We are enjoying it. It makes sense. You understand that?
You. Yeah.
Can I finish this thought?
Yes, we will. Well, we'll just round it off because we are on the home stretch now.
So what we are saying is that we have to put those framework in place so that it will encourage others to be able to come into the industry.
Thank you.
Okay, and then we can create that in that competition that will drive that price to sub 300.
Right.
I am telling you, it will.
All right.
And then again, you know, the changes that you have seen in the prices.
Yeah.
Is also related to it's not directly a result of cost, but an influence of reduced or strengthening naira or stabilized naira. I will explain. We are no longer importing.
Yeah. Thank you.
And there's a cost element.
We just have to move on. Mr. Sheda, rather. The Baba, according to you in the studio that you kept mentioning, is Dr. Oluyemi.
Dr. Motosho. No. I'm very sorry, sir.
All right.
You are the Baba outside the studio.
All right, let me come to you.
Thank you very
Dr.
much.
Motosho.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is without Petron has put out his position. And I think the independent Hitman are not towing this same line.
Yes.
They are all critical stakeholders in all of this. But apart from these critical stakeholders, organization laying out what they feel, as a Nigerian, now with the benefit of information of, this might result in monopoly, people might lose their jobs, filling stations might shut that, because there is that part that when the big guy comes into town, it will force you out of business because you can't come. Now, there is the principle of fair competition, right? Apart from Bua and other guys, the retailers themselves, some of these local, filling stations, don't you see that might be an issue? Forget Petron for now. Forget Ipman. Forget Bua. For somebody in Oshobo who is just buying from somewhere, and the big guy comes in, muscle everywhere. How do they thrive?
Well,
apart from the big players, do you understand my question?
Yes, I understand. This is capitalism. We are practicing a deregulated economy, for God's sake.
Right.
Everybody is free to come.
Absolutely.
If you have the capacity.
Absolutely.
And so what is the problem there? This Dangote has suffered a lot. You remember, apart from demarketing his product, they were bringing another product from one country, Malta, that they have to shout loud before they stopped it. They didn't even want him to operate. This government.
Dr. Oluyemi, I understand your position.
Let me move on.
Let me just say this. The thing is, I'm saying let's bring it home.
Yes.
If Femi Ojo finished station,
yes,
Oluyemi Omotoso finished station,
yeah,
we are just trying to be businessmen, running our own little business in our own little way. And the big guy comes.
Yes.
How can you and I compete?
Where is the big guy?
Fair competition.
Where is the big guy?
The Dangote is the big guy here. Who has the hold on, sir? He has the refinery. He has the trucks. He can choose to.
Let me simplify what Dangote is. Just.
But I hope you get my question.
Yeah, it's channels of distribution.
Okay.
It's distribution, both distribution channel, what you call the vertical integration. Yeah. It's taking over the multiple stages of the distribution itself. Absolutely. Because they are causing problems for him. To him, the product is not getting to the end users at the appropriate price.
Thank you, Dr.
For now.
Thank you, Dr. Motosho.
For now.
We are really short on time.
I'm coming.
Just before
for now,
go.
That is why he's doing what he wants to do. So he is bringing the PMS to your station, and you will buy at the price he sells for you. Then you will sell with your margin. What's bad in that? You don't need a truck to go and bring it. He is bringing it to you.
And what is bad in delivery?
And there you fair delivery, and he can give you credit. If you sell 500,000, he can give you another 500,000 for 2 weeks on credit. So what is bad in that? The people who are against Dangote will continue to be against him forever. But he is the cornerstone of the investor actually assisting Nigeria.
All right, Dr.
Without
Motosho.
him, we are in trouble.
All right, Dr. Motosho, thank you so much for that elaborate explanation. Now, Mr. Sheda, I believe you're still there with us. I had one final question for you. And in 1 minute, I'd like you to address this. Are you also of the opinion that what happened in the United States, Standard Oil and John D. Rockefeller might also play out here with Dangote Refinery and the downstream sector in Nigeria?
Look, so we that's a sinner climate. They broke up that monopoly for a reason. And they have the freest market in the world. They refuse to allow Facebook, Microsoft, and all those other giants to dominate everywhere. It is for a reason. Do you understand? And then you have other players who are also coming up. So for this particular one, for today, we don't have a choice. We need him. Let him run. Do you understand? But also create the framework. And I'm telling you, I've said this to you before, that is 300 naira per liter is possible with that refinery. That refinery is perhaps the best in the world. Do you understand? In terms of cost efficiency, do you understand? And quality also. So if others are not allowed to come into the market, we will not get that sub.
We really have to go now. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry. Others are allowed to come to the market. Government just need to encourage investors to come to that downstream sector. Nobody is disturbing anybody. Yeah. And apart from that, the Dangote, the price
when
of
you lock up,
is talking about. How does he know? The price, the competitive
gentlemen,
price.
Unfortunately, we have to end it.
When you lock up the distribution channel,
we have to end it here. I
we
might have the opportunity to continue this some other time.
You wanted to say something, Doctor?
Yeah, are we complaining? Are we complaining? We are not complaining because the price is coming down. Government started from 1,660 naira. The man is selling, he has crashed it to about 850.
875.
875, and nobody is prevented from coming to the market. One. Two, the fear that the man can sell at 300 naira. How does he know that? Now, it is the man that can only know. And government, there is nothing Dangote is doing as of today that government is not privy to. It's the government that is regulating it. So if he says he wants to change the standards of distribution, government is aware of that. And they are allowing him because they feel it can help them. And do you know why they are allowing him? They are allowing him now because time for election is coming. They want a seamless distribution so that there will be no problem. Because the present situation we have with the independent marketers, they can hold government to ransom. Right. But the man has the logistics. If government wants everything to be seamless in that sector, they should encourage investors. You know, like,
Point me, doctor.
Once you encourage investors, more refineries will be built, competition will come in, and prices will crash.
All right, Dr. Oluyemi Omotosho Jr.
Dr. Jose Asheda seems to differ on that. We will have time to continue that debate some other time.
Thank you, gentlemen, for this.
All right.
Jose Asheda is an investment banker and economic analyst. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to talk with you, Mr. Asheda.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And of course, Dr. Oluyemi Omotosho Jr., public affairs analyst. Good to see you again, sir.
Thank you very much.
And of course, whatever the arguments are and the position is on both sides of the divide is towards this great nation called Nigeria. And I believe I'm right on that. Femi Oje is money. We'll see you tomorrow.
And I am Emeka Daniel. Join us again tomorrow for a fresh edition of Morning Spring on Western Spring Television. And rest assured, as a journalist, if jobs are being lost, rest assured that Dangote's 4,000 CNG trucks are not self-driving trucks. So he will also provide jobs in some areas. Do have a wonderful day. Good morning.